Type 2 diabetes is related to the ingestion of too much sugar in our diet. And when we talk about sugar, we think of table sugar or sucrose. It's important to realize that sugar comes in other forms, in particular refined carbohydrates, foods such as white rice and the products made from white flour and white potatoes. These are pure starch, which are long chains of glucose, which are broken down into glucose when they reach the gut. So in essence, when we're consuming refined carbohydrates, we're consuming pure sugar. When glucose is absorbed into the bloodstream, it triggers the release of the hormone insulin from the pancreas. And insulin helps move the glucose into every cell of our bodies where it's stored as an energy source. With persistent and excessive intake of sugar, the cells become full, and the overflow of glucose is taken up by the liver and stored as glycogen. When the glycogen stores are full, the liver starts converting the glucose into fat. When the production of fat by the liver outstrips the liver's ability to export it, the liver then starts to store the fat, and we develop what's called a fatty liver. The normal liver is a deep red colour, and you can see this fatty liver is yellow. It's suffused with fat. A great example of how a fatty liver develops comes from foie gras, the French culinary delicacy. Foie gras is created by force-feeding geese high-starch corn mash, and the fatty liver develops in these unsuspected creatures within 2 weeks. In humans, with excessive fructose consumption, a fatty liver can develop within 2 months. Fructose is the molecule of sugar that gives sugary food and drinks their sweet flavour. It's not recognised as a foodstuff by the body, it has no nutritional value, and it doesn't trigger the release of insulin. As soon as it hits the liver, it's converted directly to fat, and so it is far more toxic than glucose in giving rise to type 2 diabetes. Ultimately, and through a complex metabolic process, it can take many years for humans to develop type 2 diabetes. In children, type 2 diabetes can develop within 2 years. Eventually, the liver becomes full of fat and can take no more in, and the excess fat is exported away as triglyceride, which is harmful to the body. Together with the high insulin level in the blood, it gives rise to the fatty plaques, which clog the arteries, and this in turn gives rise to the many life-changing and life-threatening complications of type 2 diabetes.